What's up, everybody? How are you guys doing? Welcome to Jake Richardson's Coaching Corner, Season 2, Episode 20. Today is fitness bullshit that I see on social media. So, for myself, I have been a fitness professional for the past 11 years. I was in the fitness game before social media ever blew up in the way it is and how it helps fitness people now. So, when I was growing up and when I was teaching and training people, there pretty much was no social media reach when it came to getting clients. You had to go grassroots. You had to get on Craigslist. You had to text message and call people to see if they needed training. There wasn't a huge online presence as there is now. But with that being said, you have professionals and then you have schlubs. You have people that know what the fuck they're talking about, know what they're doing, and then you have people that are just trying to copy and make a quick buck or try to circumvent all the years and all the experience and just go straight into the glory and the money. In my opinion, it doesn't work that way. I remember times where it was rough. Or when I first started becoming a trainer, the big goal was just trying to make $100 a day. And you're grinding and you're trying to get anybody just to come through the door so you could show them that you're of worth. So it's rough times. If you haven't gone through that, then you probably won't last too long in this fitness industry or in any industry in general. More often than not, people that don't have to go through the grind, people that don't have to go through the hard times, don't last long, because the second that the high volume money starts dissipating a little bit, they're on to the next thing. They don't know how to build something from the seed to a big old tree. So we're just going to jump right into it. The one thing that gets me is now everybody with a six pack or a fat ass has the term fit in their username. So it'll be Jenny Fit or Rocco Fit, ready to rock, the fucking whatever the fuck. They always have fit in their username. And to me, it pisses me off. Main reason why is, more often than not, these people don't know shit about fitness. Just because you could do a squat, just because you could do a sit-up, doesn't mean that you can relay how to do these things properly to somebody else. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of practice, it takes a lot of education to train somebody and not get them hurt. So the thing I really hate about it is people nowadays, just because they have a fat ass or they have broad shoulders or they're in shape, they think they're a fitness professional now because they put fit in their name. That does not make you a fucking fitness professional. Getting an education, getting experience, and applying it throughout the years makes you a fitness professional. For at least 4 or 5 years of me doing my job day in and day out, having hundreds of clients, I didn't feel comfortable calling myself a fitness professional or using fit in a username or anything like that. It took years to feel that way and to feel like I had enough education, I have enough validity to give to somebody else and help grow them. The fitness game is rough nowadays. And like I said, to see everybody with the fit username, it gets on my fucking nerves. I don't know, I can't stand it. But that's the sad part, is with social media, you don't need an education, you don't need anything, you just need to have a look. And if you have a look, then people will gravitate towards your look. I would hope you would have a look and then want education to go further in that. So that's one thing that gets on my nerves. Their fitness education is just small, and when your fitness education is small and you're trying to get into the fitness game, you'll get people hurt, you'll sound stupid. There's just a lot. The best thing that you could do in the beginning is close your mouth as much as you can and open your ears. But people aren't doing that nowadays. Nobody wants to listen to the people that have done it before them because they think it's just some easy thing they can just jump right into. Online training, personal training, teaching classes. Oh, I see people do it. It's so easy. I could do that shit. I'm gonna tell you right now, you can't do that shit. That's like watching somebody play the piano and then trying to jump on it. Guess what? You're going to sound like dog shit. It takes a lot of time to perfect something. And fitness is no different. They only show videos, pictures of their bodies. That's also the thing that's very misleading too, is you're not showing me people that you're training, or you're not showing me results of somebody else. You're only showing me your results, because that part is easy. It's easy when you have enough time to go to the gym. If you have 2 hours a day to go to the gym and you're in the gym 2 hours a day, no, by default, you will look a lot better than you would if you weren't in the gym for that long. If you're getting that type of work in, you're gonna have abs, you're gonna have a fat ass, you're going to have a nice body. But for the average human being, they don't have that time. So as a trainer, you need to figure out how to get them in better shape in a shorter period of time, hour, under. And that takes a lot of education. That takes a lot of experience. If you're somebody that's not there, then they're going to be wasting their money dealing with you. But like I said, social media has you gassed all the way up because you're posting pictures and people want to know what your routine is. And are you single? And oh, you look so amazing. You're the greatest thing on the planet. And your head gets blown all the way up. And then you think that you can just run everything. Then you got your own, you're selling your own Spanx, or you're selling your own fitness programs, or you're selling some fucking Herbalife bullshit. And you're just making the industry worse off than it already is. The fitness industry is already diluted and shitty enough. The last thing we need is more people in here with even less of an education to make it even more shitty. Before I even became a trainer, the reason why, I'll tell everybody this right now, I never even wanted to be a trainer because of how shitty the industry is. As a young athlete, anytime I ever went to Crunch or 24-hour fitness and I saw the trainers there, they were always old as fuck, fat as fuck, out of shape. And I said, the audacity for these motherfuckers to tell anybody to do anything when it comes to fitness is bewildering. What the fuck is going on? So I never even wanted to be a trainer, especially when I would see the infomercials and the craziness and the outlandishness that came with that. That was a circus I didn't want to be in, until I started running into professionals, strength and conditioning coaches, physical therapists, people in these fields that actually had an education. I was drawn more towards that and wanted to understand that more. So when I am helping somebody, I do have an answer to why, whatever question they have for me. So yeah, it's a very diluted industry with a lot of stupid asses, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And for you to only show pictures of yourself and videos of yourself and not educational, understand this. There is a huge difference. If you are showing workouts, stretching routines, anything that has education behind it where somebody can read and get something from it, I'm completely fine with that. Even the average human being, if you did that and you actually know what you're talking about, by all means do it. That's not what I'm talking about. What I am talking about is just pictures of you in a thong, pictures of you in a banana hammock on the beach with your abs hanging out, flexing, all that shit. That's all vanity, and that's all where you're leading people astray. I need education. I need a why behind everything that you're doing, because you're on this social media platform with the term fit. Now you're a fitness person. You're in the fitness realm that I'm in. So I'm going to need you to take that as serious as I do and make sure that you're getting the right points across, motivating people spiritually, mentally, physically. And if you're not doing that, take that fit shit out and just rock some other name, and then rock your ass out and rock your abs out. Nobody have an issue, but it's more often than not when you're trying to suck money out of people by pimping your body out. I'm not a big fan of that. And that leads me into what's wrong with this whole thing. The consumer worships them and leads to unrealistic goals, and that's the heaviest one. When you are now becoming a fan of this person and they start becoming bigger than you are, and you look at them as, a better human than you are, then there's a lot of unrealistic goals that get put in. They have a nice fat ass, and that's half genetics, half work. Okay, you're gonna put that work in, but those genetics you might not have. So you're never gonna look like them. But you idolize this person so much, you'll do whatever it takes to look like this person, which means that you'll lead more towards bad results, things that you shouldn't be doing. Instead of just accepting your body for what it is and trying to make yourself the best human being that you can. That's the biggest message that can go across, is don't compete with anybody else on this planet. If you want abs, create the best abs that your body has ever seen. If you want a nice ass, nice legs, create the nicest ass, the nicest legs that your body has ever seen. But don't look at anybody else and be like, well, I want that person's abs. I want that person's butt. I want that person's shoulders. That should be the thing that is not paid attention to. And the sad part is, on social media, this is probably one of the things that's the most paid attention to. I cannot tell you how many women, 40 plus, the first woman they reference is J-Lo. I just want to look like J-Lo. I want J-Lo booty. I want J-Lo body. Hey, but listen, bitch, it ain't fucking happening. That shit, if J-Lo can barely put the shit together, what the fuck you think that you're gonna be able to put together? That was her genetic gift, and she's into working out. And she's super famous. She gets paid to work out. Do you get paid to work out? No. Are you super famous? No. Then stop trying to look like J-Lo and start trying to look like the best version of you that you could possibly do. So that's one part I think is just unrealistic. And then that leads to injuries. When you're idolizing somebody and trying to be like them so bad, and you see that they're squatting 2 plates, or you see that they're doing this crazy ab move, you'll try to do that and not realize that there's a building block to it. And then you'll hurt yourself. And then you'll be set back further and further back. And you'll just go into this idolization mode where you're some fat, out of shape, injured schlub looking at somebody that's in shape, instead of not paying attention to them and trying to make yourself a better version of your fucking self. And then, like I said, there's minimal growth with that. As you pay attention to others, you're not paying attention to yourself. When you're not paying attention to yourself, you are not growing. That would be like if I was a plant and there's a cup of water, and somehow I'm a plant that could grab the water, but I see another plant and I pour him the water, but I always forget to pour myself the water. That plant that gets more of the water will grow and grow and grow. If I don't give myself water, I won't grow at the fuck all. And I'll end up decaying and dying. So you need to make sure that you're paying attention more to yourself and you're working on your growth. And stop worrying about other people, because when you're worried about other people, you're not going to be able to grow the way that you want to grow. And then what that ends up doing, see how these all are very much so connected, is it leads to depression. You will try so hard to look like this person and be like this person, because this person's not giving you the education that you need when it comes to making yourself better, telling you to pay attention to yourself. You'll pay attention to them. As you pay attention to them and you start looking at their body and you start looking at your body, and you're like, fuck, I don't look like them. All I've ever wanted to do is look like them. I want to work as hard as I possibly can to look like them. And it's not happening. You get super depressed. Then what happens when you get depressed? When you get depressed, it messes up your metabolic system, so you can't burn fat the way you want and you can't grow muscle the way you want. It's a slower process. So you get super depressed because you're so caught up in this idolization mode that you can't grow, and that is a sad part, and it makes you lazy as fuck. Then you're not motivated to get up and go work out. Then you don't feel good because you're paying attention this way and you're trying to run this way, and you just keep smacking into trees, smacking into walls, and you look like an idiot. And then for me, it comes out so brash and it comes out so harsh because my biggest goal in fitness has always been to get people to focus on themselves and push themselves to be better. It is not easy. And if you're a trainer and you're being nice, I was nice. I've been doing this for 11 years. The beginning stages of me training, I was super nice. And I noticed that people weren't looking the way they wanted to look. People weren't as happy as I thought they should be. And as it the years went on, I started realizing, fuck being nice. You could be nice, have your friends be nice to you, have your fucking family be nice to you, have your spouse be nice to you. But me, I'm your trainer. I have to bust your ass. I have to pull out that great human being on the inside that you insist on throwing more and more sand on top of, more and more fat on top of, and not being great. So, me being mean and me pushing you to the limit will get you to where you need to be. Then I will be as mean as I fucking want and push you to the limit as hard as I possibly can every fucking time. The other thing that gets on my nerves on social media is new trainers try to start a $1 million business with minimal education and experience. This is the funniest, newest trend where I see a lot of people with no experience, with no education, and they see other people that have the experience and have the education with these $1 million businesses online, and they think you can just do it like that. This isn't also happening just in the fitness industry. As social media grows, it's happening in finance, it's happening in entrepreneurship, it's happening in all these different avenues where people only see the end result and they think, that's it. I see what this person's doing. I don't give a fuck about what they did. I'm going to somehow get into the middle part where I can just go from here to here, $1 million business. Good luck, motherfucker. Like, maybe one person out of 1 million does that shit, but the average human being tries it, wastes a whole bunch of time, quits, and then starts something else. Start slower. This shit is comedy. I've been doing this for 11 years. And I'm still not even at $1 million business. I mean, I'm up there way better positioned than I was a handful of years ago. Probably way better positioned than most people out there. But by no means am I $1 million a year business. And that shouldn't really be your goal. Like I said, if your intentions are based on trying to help people and trying to get people in a better state, money will always follow. Money should not be your big goal. That's the sad part when I look on social media, is everybody's trying to push so hard, but they forget to give back. So if you're selling something, I always view it like this. If I'm selling something, whatever I give to somebody should be of more worth than the money that they're giving back to me. Obviously, everybody needs to make a living. Everybody has to get some money back. But if you could do a business based on your giving is worth more than you're getting, man, you will have a very long-lasting company, and you yourself will be a very happy person, because two things are happening. You're giving away health. You're giving away something that's going to make somebody better. And in return, you do get money, but you don't feel like you're cheating that person. So it's a very equal payout on both sides. People miss that. People look past that and they just want to go for the quick shit. And more often than not, when you do the quick thing, you get a bunch of money front hand, but then back end, you're broke as fuck. So if you're somebody listening to this, work on doing that. Work on figuring out how to give, and work on figuring out a system in which the person that you're giving to is growing, and then you'll grow with them. And then it'll be a great relationship that's effervescent, that'll always be moving around. But this $1 million mindset is fucking retarded. Man, if you're making $1 million a year over the next course of you dying at 70 fucking years old, you're gonna be doing just fine. But it don't work like that. You should just be focusing on making $100,000 a year and then getting a whole bunch of joy, a whole bunch of pleasure out of helping people, and then slowly grow from there. But if you're just trying to jump right into that million, you're going to get a lot of people hurt. You're going to run into a lot of hiccups. And if there's one thing I'd rather do, I'd rather run into some hiccups making a couple $1,000s than run into hiccups making a couple $100,000, making a couple $1 million. Because those hiccups, when you're in the $1 million range, hurt a lot harder. And they hit you a lot harder. And they hurt a lot more people around you a lot harder. If you're doing the 1,000, couple 100,000, they don't know what they're doing. And I don't think, in all honesty, education is the biggest thing on the planet when it comes to having to go get all your certs and having a kinesiology degree and doing all these things, because there's a lot of it that's a waste of time. What I do think is you need hands-on experience, and you need X amount of hours before you get your first client ever. You need to go to a gym and shadow great trainers. See what they're doing, see what they're saying, see how they're interacting with their clients. Listen to the form and the stuff that they're giving to their clients so they don't hurt themselves. If it was me and I was giving you advice, I'd say find a great trainer and put 20, 40, 60 hours in with them. Take notes, understand, get a hold of family, friends, start training them for free, track their results, and then from there, work on building a clientele base. But don't try to jump right into it, especially even with online shit. Same exact premise. Work on the people around you and then go from there. But yeah, the lack of education is fucking hilarious. And then they shit on customers' money. That's big no-no number one. I see it all day, every day on social media now. But don't shit on people's money in the fitness game, because all you're doing is fucking money up for us, the real professionals that have great programs, that really put the work in, that have great diet plans. These people are the ones that these customers need to find. You need more experience, and you need to back the fuck up and let these people work. And then later in life, you can get into the game. But if you get into the game and you're trying to sell all this shit and it's all bullshit, you're going to jade a lot of people. When you jade a lot of people, they're going to be very hesitant to go to the right people. And then you're slowing the fucking process down. So instead of slowing the process down, get your ass the fuck out the way. And then the other thing on social media that I'm seeing all day, every day, is people doing dumb shit, passing it off as the next big thing. Once again, like I said, in the fitness industry over the years, this has run true. When you're talking about fitness cassette tapes, when you're talking about fitness equipment that they're selling on TV, now it's spilled over into the social media aspect of life. The first one is just elaborate workouts. I hate watching people do this, because I know these fucking people, they don't do this shit in their own real workouts. They'll grab a kettlebell, they'll do a fucking split, they'll jump up, they'll do a burpee, they'll take the kettlebell, they'll swing it behind their back through their butt crack and pull it back up and make it seem like this is some elaborate, great new move that you need to do. And then the people on the other side of the phone or the other side of the tablet see that, they try it, and they hurt themselves. This happens all day, every day. If you're a fitness professional, just do the basic functions. The basic squats with the form, the basic bench press, the basic clean presses. Your content should be geared towards helping the average human being understand and them get better at it. If you want to do cool shit, here's a different thing. If you want to do cool shit that your body can only do and you're writing that in a post, absolutely fine. If you want to jump a 80-foot or 80-inch box and do a backflip off it because your body can do that, cool. But I need to see you write in your post that that's what this is. Don't write, here's what you should be trying. If it's something based on that, I don't want to see the kettlebell swinging between the legs. I don't want to see the medicine ball fucking jumping off your knee. I don't want to see you do a squat to a hinge to a clean press to a jump squat backflip. I don't need to see any of that goofy ass shit in your captions. In your captions, like I said, simple shit, helping the average human being understand fitness, and then them apply it, and then them get better. That should be your major goal on social media. Like I said, if you want to do the fun shit for yourself, post that, but make sure the caption says that shit. But the elaborate shit I can't stand seeing. Dumb fitness equipment. This is rampant. There's a lot of people in my industry that sit there and push and sell the sweatbands and the fucking hip bands and the shit that they're buying on Alibaba and trying to resell it as their own shit. Get more creative. I've seen a couple guys with some creative stuff. I've seen this one guy that does glute and hamstring shit. He created this metal leg roller. I thought that was really cool. But he sat there, saw an issue or saw a simple solution and filled it in and now makes great money off it. I love shit like that. I don't like when somebody sees something that's already running and then they slap their name on it and then try to sell it as their own. There's no education in that. And then it's a one-time sale. You sell that shit, people either have it and it lasts forever, or they didn't like it and it just sits in their closet, but they don't rebuy it from you. So if you're selling stuff online, try to make it more of your own thing. Don't just do what everybody else is doing. The sweatbands and the fucking the attach a device to your leg and you can put a weight next to it and do leg curls and do your copycatting. And that's the one thing that irritates me the most is try to be as original as you could possibly be and put your own spin on your fitness and how you want it to go. That's what you should really be focusing on and staying away from all the janky ass fucking fitness equipment that everybody's trying to sell. And then the copied programs. I see it all day. I see people trying to sell programs as their own thing, but all they're doing is copying somebody else's program. Is they're either A, buying it, or B, they're looking up the simple ways to copy as close as they possibly can. Try shit for yourself. I have a program that is called No Growl, No Chow. All it does and all it really, the base root of it, is you only eat when you're hungry. This concept is hard for a lot of people. Where did I get this concept from? I got this concept from when I used to fight. And I used to have to go from 195 pounds to 175 pounds. My body is not built to be 175 pounds. So how I would do it was this. I would only eat when I was hungry. The second that I wasn't hungry after eating, I would stop eating. So I wouldn't overeat. I wouldn't indulge. I would just, the second I'm really hungry, I eat. The second I'm not hungry, I stop eating. When I'm hungry again, I eat. When I'm not hungry, I stop eating. When I was able to do this, plus intense workouts, because I was getting ready for a fight, I could lose a lot of weight. So what did I do? I created a program based on the experiences that I had. If you're creating programs based on your experience, it's easier to sell, it's easier to make people believe in it. When you're just copycatting somebody else's shit, you don't do it yourself, it just looks phony and it looks generic. So my best advice, if you're doing programs, do your own program, add your little twist to it and make it your own thing. It's the main thing about that when it comes to, I'd rather, like I said, I like that aspect of it. I like your own shit. The fitness is broad. There's a whole bunch of people in it. There's a whole bunch of people with ideologies. This person says this person says that. Everybody's trying to become the next guru. But what you should really be doing is tapping into yourself, not paying attention to all the outside noise, not paying attention to what anybody else is doing, how much money they're making. There's enough money, there's enough fame for everybody. Focus on yourself and use your own platform to help at least one person. That should be the goal. Every day, try to help one person. If you could focus on trying to help one person a day, fuck, it's 365 days in a year. You'd help 365 people in 1 year. That is an amazing thing to do. So focus on that. One person a day, 365. If everybody could do that, you'd help a lot of fucking people out. The last thing that pisses me off on social media fitness pages is modifying their pictures to look better than they really actually do. That shit irritates the fuck out of me. This isn't just a fitness thing. I know a lot of people that do this shit, but you need to stop doing this. The reason why is because you're hurting yourself and you're hurting people around you way more than you think that you are. It won't happen right now, but later down the line for you it will happen, and later down the line for the people it will happen. My fiance works at, let's not say exactly where, but there was a specific coworker of hers that was synonymous for this, where I thought this woman, from the pictures that I saw, was a blonde Asian woman, petite, good looking. When I met this woman in real life, she was a blonde Sasquatch white woman that looked nothing like her pictures. We went to a barbecue one time. Same barbecue that this hippo was at. Took a picture. I saw her take the picture. 2 hours later, we're going back home. Kim showed me the picture. Holy shit. I said, there's the blonde Asian girl. Where'd she come from? This girl cinches her pictures, cinches the face, cinches the neck, cinches the body to look like a whole different human being. So on her social media page, she looks like this completely different person. I didn't know these things existed until my fiance told me about her coworker and I saw it firsthand. Then after that, I started diving into the fitness realm and noticing that a lot of men and women do this on social media. They'll make their ass bigger, they'll make their waist smaller, they'll make their neck thicker and stronger, shoulders bigger. So this is a rampant thing on social media, in the fitness realm. Why is this horrible? It is extremely unrealistic for the consumer, for the person applying all the stuff. They think you look better than you really do. They hype you up, they pump you up. So instead of you actually doing the hard work, all you do is take the pictures and then do this. That's what was happening with my fiance's coworker. She never wanted to do the hard work and somehow look like this woman. She would just take the picture, cinch it all up, post it, and in her brain, that satisfied her because on social media is so fake that you're getting all the love, you're getting all the fake love, you're getting all the fake likes, you're getting all the fake praise. But in reality, people are looking at you like a pig. And that's what's happening in the fitness realm is people that are consuming now are seeing you and they're trying their hardest to look like you. And then what happens when they realize you don't even look like how you look like in these pictures? You lose all credibility. You look phony as fuck. And then anything that you're trying to sell, anything that you're trying to do in the fitness space is fake. And then you lose everything. Your best thing is trying to show as much realism as you possibly can, who you really are. And then you'll always have longevity behind that. You always get a little bit further and further. It creates mental issues, mainly for the person posting it. I know besides the fitness industry, I have a couple friends that do this as well. And it's not healthy. If we're trying to promote health, it's not just physical, it's also mental. And if you're mentally believing you look like somebody else and you don't really look in the true mirror and you're trying to run away and hide from the person that you really are, there's a lot of issues that'll come with that. And what ends up happening next is a lot of plastic surgery, is a lot of cosmetic surgery, a lot of money wasted, a lot of emotion, a lot of tearing apart families. There's a lot deeper issues that go into this modifying how you look on social media. You might not think it now, but watch. People that do this shit, look at them 5 years from now and see how twisty and turny their life goes. People that don't do this shit that really work end up being the same person, because the closer and closer you get to the middle, it's way better than being this way or this way. Get closer to the middle, be more realistic, and I think you'll get better results. It's, like I said, it's the opposite of health. You're not working out. You're just using this app. Your brain is all fucked up, and you get stuck into this system because even you know, no matter how hard you work out, you'll never look like that. Because your body's not built like that. You just made your hips smaller. You just made your shoulders broader. When people see you, it's fake as fuck. I used to tell people the reason why I teach class the way I do and the reason why I talk the way I do. I talk as close to this as I possibly can, minus a lot of swear words, based on this. I don't want somebody to ever run into me anywhere else and me be somebody else and then them think I'm fake as fuck. Because the second that somebody thinks you're fake as fuck, your whole brand gets thrown out the window. So the more you can be yourself, the better it is for your brand and your longevity. With that being said, we're at the end of the episode. To wrap it all up, try to be as much of yourself in life on social media as you possibly can. Because if you're not, you will eventually be exposed and everything that you worked hard for will be thrown out the window. If you do stay true to yourself, then nothing will ever affect you because you're very in tune with yourself. You understand, you're locked in mentally, physically, spiritually. So if anything is ever taken away, it's okay because you know how to get it back. Or if anything is ever taken away that you can't get back, it's okay because you're very centered with yourself and you'll know how to handle it. So that's the broader picture, the broader spectrum of all this stuff, is make sure that you're locked in and make sure you're real with yourself first. And then after that, you be real with everybody else. With that being said, get a hold of loved ones, get a hold of family members that you care about. Shoot them a message, let them know what you're thinking about them because time is way too short. And it's okay to say I love you. It's okay to give a hug. It's okay to reach out. Get the fuck out of here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.